silly man who is not prepared to come out and debate people, because you know full well that their profile will be raised.
So he's again saying that they won't debate him, but he's blocking comments. So this is very wrong. And else than that, because I'm going to show you the good point also. But this is another thing that is wrong. When he's saying the false prophet revealed,
Prophet from the book of Revelation, the one who will make fire come from the sky in full view of everyone, the one who will perform many false miracles, the one that will be cast into the lake of fire.
How come he's going to do that? With technology. They already made it looks like there was an asteroid fall on Russia. In 2013, in Russia, mounted vehicle camera captured meteorites striking through the sky. This was an illusion with noise, technology for the sound. The same that they used to make the trumpets, the fake trumpets. Okay, so you've got trumpet sounds heard around all the world. It was made by technology. So the sons of Satan are faking the trumpets of God. It's with the same technology that they made the meteorite straight through the sky. It was a mix of technology for the sound, and it was a mix of technology for the visual, and with shaking the earth with the harp, sending waves. No matter how they did it, it was all illusion by technology. You think you see something, but it's an illusion. It's come from nowhere. So it was an illusion. So if they can manage to make a meteorite looks like it's there, but it's not there, then they can manage to make fire fall from heaven, and you will think it's real, but it's not.
Along with Apollyon the Destroyer. Who is it? Here he is. This is a face that you are all going to come to know. His name in Greek is Hermes.
So according to him, he's saying that the false prophet beast, is going to look like him. This is deceiving. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but saying that the false prophet is having this face, the false prophet is going to be a prophet that is copying Elijah. The false prophet beast copying the prophet Elijah. Just as the Antichrist copying the second coming of Christ. It's the same pattern. When he's pointing at his face and saying this is the false prophet, then you're going to expect to see this face. But if it's not him, then the false prophet will come and pass, and you won't see him. You won't see it. You won't expect it. So this is wrong. But still there is truth in what he's going to say. I'm going to show you after. Okay, another thing that is wrong is, okay, this thing about giants. He's using this to claim that, look, it's the proof that we are all giants. There is the giants hybrids. He's not saying that we are all hybrid giants, but he's saying that this is the proof that there is giant hybrids. And when he's saying giant hybrids, he's saying of human, of angel. What if this person is a son of Satan? What if that person is not human, but looking like human? And even then, it's only one example. If it would be true that we are all hybrids, semi-angel, semi-god, semi-human, if it would be true, then we would look all like that. Everybody would look like that. But we're not all looking like that. If it would be true that we are all hybrids, giants, semi-human, fallen angels, we would all look different. But we don't. We look like human.
People that believe that giants don't exist or have actually never existed, despite the fact that there's evidence both in their bones which have been left over and even modern day giants. Even to this very day, there are people who are, shall we say, too big to be normal. Take a look at this girl here. She's the tallest model in the world. And look at the size of her.
So she is the tallest. She is the tallest. Not everybody is tall as her. She is the tallest. She's one example. But there is not many. If it would be true, we would all be like that. But yet people are going to believe that we are all hybrids. Think. There is only 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 examples like that. Not everybody are like that.
This is not.
And another thing, look at the visibility. Almost 388,000 people saw this. He got 13,000 subscribers. So he may very well be a deceiver, telling that humans are aliens. He may well be a deceiver.
This is another thing, people say that people who've got so-called giantism have got sort of motor skill problems and they can't walk properly, they can't maneuver themselves like an ordinary person would, and they use that as sort of like an argument against there ever having been any giants, and if there was, they wouldn't have ever been able to do anything to us because they couldn't move properly. Well, look at this girl here. She's got a full-grown man thrown over her shoulder. She doesn't look as if she's physically incapable in any way to me whatsoever, and the muscle definition on her body also says so. She's clearly a very strong...
This is an exception. It's an exception. Don't use that to make people think that there is giants right now. There is no giants right now. There will be giants when the fallen angels are released from the pit at the same time as Satan to start the Great Tribulation. They be loosed for a little season is the Great Tribulation. He has been bounded already with the fallen angels for a past deception 1,000 years ago or so in Revelation 12. Jesus 2,000 years ago was tempted by Satan. 2,000 years ago. But we are in 2013 and Jesus was tempted in the year 30 something. So in the between there was Satan and the fallen angels. They were free. Fallen angels with sons of Satan made giants, but in the year 1000 something, when they have deceived the world once, they've been bounded for 1,000 years. It's soon to be expired. 1,000 years. Now, when it's expired, it's all possible. Think about it. Jesus, 2,000 years ago, he was tempted by Satan, so proving that the fallen angels and Satan were loosed then. But in the between of 2,000 years ago, in the year of Jesus, and in our time in 2013, there is a gap. If the punishment of 1,000 years of prison was 1,000 years ago, it's very well possible that when they be released, then they will be able to make more giants, because giants are made from sons of Satan and fallen angels. Do you see how it's very possible? So it's just showing an example, but if it would be true that we are all hybrids, we would be all like them. It's just an exception, but there will be giants after that. Because when Satan and the fallen angels are released, they will again make giants. In the 7 years Great Tribulation.
Person, look at the size of the next two.
she is 7 feet tall. But the giants, they were 20 feet tall. 7 feet, 20 feet tall. We were like grasshopper. We were like grass to them. So it's not just 7 feet tall. It was giants of 20 and even 30 feet tall or so. We were like grass to them. It's just deceiving. It's all deception.
Bible 2 model, look. That is just ridiculous how big she is. And there's a video of her here.
And he's going to call he's going to call her, he's going to call the giants of human, of angel. But it's not true. It's of sons of Satan, of angels. No hybrid.
I don't know about you, but I find that rather scary. Can you imagine lots of people like this woman walking around, you know, men, well, I use the word men loosely, let's say males and females, and generally males are taller than the females. I mean, she's enormous. You cannot say that she is a normal person. There's nothing normal about her, apart from the fact that she looks like an ordinary person, apart from her height. But the fact of the matter is that the Bible warns us about giants, and we know that they're going to return again. And you know, all the signs seem to be showing that they are returning. I saw one man at a cash point recently who was over 8 foot tall, a huge, muscular person, and he had a push bike, a bicycle, obviously been especially made for him because you couldn't buy one that big. The seat on it was as high as the roof of a small car. So you know, he's riding a very, very big bike because he needs a very big bike. But where did this 8 foot something man hide all of these years? How comes we've never seen him on the news? I mean, I've seen about 4 people, 5 I think now, just in the area where I live, who are abnormally tall, and I mean abnormally tall, over 7 foot and well over 7 foot. Well, where have they been hiding all of these years? How comes the news doesn't tell us about them? Oh, they've got giantism. Yes, but the word giant is in there. And you know, to be a giant, basically, you just have to be, I think, you know, somewhere over 6 foot plus, maybe 6'6" onwards, probably constitutes being a giant, because you know, you're not a normal height if you're that tall, are you? Especially with her. That's absurd how big she is. So if this is a sign of what we've got to come, kind of people that are going to turn up here, and they are exactly as the Bible has said that they are, then yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. Even if they're good looking, you know, you don't have to be ugly to be a Nephilim.
This is very interesting. He just said you don't have to be ugly to be a Nephilim. This is very interesting because I've been saying that they are looking outwardly with technology. They are looking like human. They are looking like they are beautiful. They are looking like they have human color skin. But in fact, it's hiding their true appearance. So he's pointing at her, saying that she's a good-looking person, so Nephilim are not necessarily looking ugly. If they hide themselves with 3D holographic technology, it's to hide that they are frightening looking or ugly or green.